A long stretch of August temperatures that were below normal came to an end today as Wilmington's high hit 88 degrees. But like what we've seen in recent days, there have been some scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area. Generally, the coverage and the intensity not quite what we've seen the last couple days, but you can still see some pretty solid rainfall totals, particularly Longwood. That's, of course, in Brunswick County, 1.36 inches of rain. Whiteville coming in with 1.32 inches with a pretty intense thunderstorm earlier this afternoon. Now, other areas have kind of missed out, at least not as much rainfall. Bladenboro clocking in with about 1/4 of an inch of rain, and generally the totals in New Hanover County have been very light. 1/10 of an inch officially at Carolina Beach, and only 1/100th of an inch so far at ILM. Speaking of which, it's been a pretty wet month so far. We're getting about close to the halfway point of August. 3.94 inches of rain so far. That gives us a rainfall surplus of just about 1 inch, and we continue to chip away at our yearly rainfall deficit. That's now down to about 4 inches currently at ILM, and you can see for the year we've had about 39 inches of rain. All right, for the rest of tonight, 77 degrees, the overnight low. Generally a decreasing trend like we've seen the last few nights in the showers and thunderstorms, but very muggy, very steamy out there with that low of 77 degrees. Rain chances, I said, very low for the rest of tonight. And then for tomorrow, very similar to today, high temperature should be right around 90 degrees. 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. So once again, more of these locally heavy thunderstorms producing ponding on the roadway. They can also produce quite a few cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. You may not necessarily get a severe thunderstorm warning, but these storms will be very intense. If you're in their path, you need to move inside, especially when you see the lightning or hear the thunder. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, keeping those heat index values before the storms form over 100 degrees. So keep that in mind if you're working or playing outside. Heat index values on the high side. You got to make sure you're drinking the water and, of course, taking breaks in the shade. First Alert Digital Doppler, a couple of patchy showers you can see in and around New Hanover County, but far and away the most intense activity is now in Columbus County, southern portions of the county. You can see in the vicinity of Williams and also just to the southwest of Bug Hill some thunderstorms, but even these storms seem to be weakening just a bit. Bigger picture, satellite radar composite. You can see the storms pretty intense earlier today, generally now a weakening trend as we start to approach the evening hours. And our hour-by-hour forecast continues to show that weakening trend over the next few hours. We do not expect a lot of activity overnight. More activity, though, in the western portions of North and South Carolina. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, a steamy start, temperatures in the upper 70s. Those cooler August temperatures, they're out of here. Highs near 90 degrees tomorrow afternoon. You can see a pretty impressive cluster of storms possibly forming in the PD of South Carolina. We'll have to see if some of these work their way through the area tomorrow afternoon. That's why we think the thunderstorm chance might be a little bit elevated tomorrow. Probably less coverage to the showers and thunderstorms, though, as we head into Friday, and definitely less coverage as we head into the weekend. Temperatures at this hour, 85 in Wilmington, 93 degrees in Florence. And as we go ahead and take a look at the 7-day forecast, temperatures will generally settle out in the upper 80s for the most part, the extended forecast. The big thing you notice, though, overnight lows cool down into the lower 70s and slim shower and thunderstorm chances early next week. A real